All right, greetings everyone. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or good night, good morrow, good continuous day, good ever night, good ever day, everlight, forever light. Hey, whatever part of the galaxy you're in, whatever kind of solar system you all have, I hope you're making it a great day. We're going to try to rise to the challenge in some grand arenas here today. Going to talk about some account building stuff like we always do. Answer any questions the chat might have about, well, whatever questions the chat might have. So ask me just about anything, and and if I don't know a good answer, I'll make up something humorous to fill the gap. So have all kinds of fun. All right, I did turn on a filter for chat, so that people have to subscribe now to chat. I've been advised that would be a good thing to do to try to help drive my subscribership, make people at least be subscribed in order to do chat. So if anybody's finding that they can't chat, just subscribe, and it should only make you wait like a short time, and then you can chat. How are you all doing today? Who we got? We got Storm Pooper over here. He's got a little picture for anybody who doesn't see it in the chat. If anybody's listening to this like a podcast, he's got a picture of a stormtrooper sitting on a toilet. Makes me laugh every time I see it. I don't know why that's so funny. Storm Pooper. Harvard Blood Spirit says hi. David Duttro says howdy. All right, that's what we've got so far. Not as many comments as usual. I'm assuming some people might have to still subscribe. Not as many likes either. We need to get those like sabers applied, activated, thrown on in there. Man, there's something going on with my lighting. My camera keeps going in and out. I don't know if you guys see the same thing I see, but it looks like it's like bleaching me out and then putting me back in color. It's kind of weird. All right, so you may have a flickering Sith today. Who knows? See if we can get this thing adjusted a little bit over here. All right, better consistency. Storm Pooper says, how was your week? My week in Swgoh was bad. I mean, honestly, if you look at it from an efficiency standpoint, had a bunch of stuff going on at work. There were 2 or 3 days that I had to go into work early. And when I go to work really early, then I also don't get my free energy in the morning. So I missed my big drops of free energy in the morning. I missed fleet placement like 3 times this week. So yeah, some weeks get busy at work, and my Swgoh efficiency goes way down. It's weird. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much, but it's stuff that I could have had that I don't have, and it kind of annoys me a little bit on those days when I can't get my fleet placement or can't pick up my free energy. It's like I know I could be doing better. But yeah, the job is far more lucrative than the streaming, so we have to prioritize the work first. TK says hello. David Duttro says it's the Asajj Ventress filter. Antonio Ribeiro says greetings. All right, guys. Well, I think in the interest of time today, I kind of want to just do Grand Arenas, have the chat in the middle between the two, talk a little bit about some account building stuff, and then we'll get on into the next Grand Arena, finish up with the Obtisio stuff, and get on out of here. So I did win. I said if my opponent plays, it'll probably be a loss, and the opponent never even played his token game for his free money. So that's, yeah. I feel like I did a lot of work for nothing, but at the same time, all those wins were putting 100,000 credits in the bank for every win, so can't complain too much about getting all kinds of money. All right, we got an opponent over here in Loquitur. Axis Bogner of the Space Dankers. Hey, where's Dank Ideals? This might be one of his dank friends. The whole dank guild. Space Dankers. 8 million galactic power in this guy. 3 in ships, 5 in characters. That's usually we're seeing more in ships these days. So that's not a great split. That used to be about what it was for most really good accounts, like a 3-to-5 ratio. It was really pretty normal. But now you usually see a lot more ships on an account this big, so we'll see. Galactic War Battles won 27-6. So that's what, almost 6 years in this account. Yeah, almost 6 years. Crazy. All right. 6-year-old account. He's still getting fleet rank 157 with a negotiator. I guess that shard must be pretty dead. No profundity or executor? Question mark? Nope. So we've got negotiator. Where's malevolence? Oh man, we don't even have a malevolence in this account? Also no malevolence. Interesting. Tie daggers in. The pilotless ships are not built? Oh, there they are. There they are. We got 3. And then we got this one not built. Which one are we missing? Hyena Bomber? No Hyena Bomber at all? Wow. That's something else. Okay, so we got a massive advantage in fleets. Character-wise, he's got 5 Galactic Legends, Kenobi Rey, Jedi Master Luke on the light side, and then Sith Eternal and SLKR on the dark side. Got a couple Revans in the house. Got Darth Malak. Got Ben Solo down here. Darth Malgus is Relic 7. Starkiller's at Relic 7. Admiral Trench, Relic 4. I have never fought this guy in any game mode anywhere ever. So if we see a Trench, I'm going to have to actually go figure out what the heck to do. Because I have never faced this guy. 302 speed though. So he's pretty fast. Alright, and then just all this requirement stuff for the teams that we've already named off. I don't see anything wacky in here like Triumvirate or Night Sisters or, you know, random other relic stuff. Alright. Shrubbery gives a smiley face. TK's in the house. Antonio Ribeiro says, hope you're feeling better, DL. Yeah, it was just one day. Just one day last weekend. I ate something that wasn't great, so we're good. My girlfriend turns 29 today. She's asking how DL recommends that she finish the chapter of her 20s. All right, so by the time you reach the end of your life, you are the sum of your memorable experiences. So my question is, what memorable thing are you going to do at 29 that you'll still remember when you're 60? And I'll give a little life lesson here. When I got out of college as an engineer, I had calculated that, getting started early on your retirement savings and just a whole bunch of like being smart with your money stuff. And man, as soon as I went to work, that's what I did. And 5 years later, I was in pretty good shape. I had a bunch of money saved up. I took a loan on my own 401k. Got my first house, hey, got all kinds of stuff going on. And then I felt like I had enough money that I could start spending. And then for a few years, it went the other way. And I spent way more money than I should. Got a fancy car. Just wasn't very wise about the decisions that I made for the next few years. Got married to a lady that I love dearly, but she had a bunch of debt when I married her. So then we went back to the other thing, and I probably for 5 or 6 years, we didn't really do much of anything. We just kind of saved our money and tried to get back on track from the foolish, money that we'd spent on cars and whatnot. And then in the end, we found balance. So you need to save money, but you also need to spend money. You just need to do it correctly balanced for both. So at age 29, make it a balanced year, do responsible things, but plan yourself a really nice vacation. Rent a little camper van or something and, go to Yellowstone. Drive up the Rocky Mountains. Take a road trip to California. Drive across this great country of ours and see a bunch of stuff. Stop at, some of the landmarks we've got, Devil's Peak, things like that. See the United States. Do something you'll remember forever. That's my assessment of what to do when you're 29. Make sure you do one good thing. One memorable thing. All right, so my opponent cleared me. Like we've seen a bunch before, he cleared everything but the fleets. With the fleets that he's got, I think he can't clear the Executor. So with no malevolence, with no... I'm not sure if his finalizer is in proper shape to beat the... Let's take a look at that. I feel like I remember the Echelon not being fully built. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, so here's the Echelon at 2 stars. So I think he is not beating my Executor. All right. I've often said that if I have a family crest, it would simply be one of the old-fashioned scales, a balance. I think that's really it. I think, man, if you can figure out how to balance things in your life, spending money, not spending money, balancing, work and home, just finding balance. That's the key to a lot of things. All right, so we've got a Kenobi on defense here, Malgus. I feel like that's going to take my Sith Eternal and my own Kenobi to beat those two teams. That leaves me looking for something to beat Rey and Ben, which isn't going to happen. So that means that I have to find a way through the Malgus team. Oh, man. I have to try something here like Sith Eternal if I want to beat this. Or I have to use my own JMK, which I can't because JMK is reserved for the JMK down bottom. Oof. I don't see myself getting through this defense. Maybe I could try... What can I do for Malgus? What do I have that can beat Malgus? With Darth Revan in the team and Bastila. Relic 7 across the board. Well, I guess Bastila's 5, but everybody else is relicked. Troopers don't work against this, right? Because they just run into Malgus, and if they can't kill him, it's over. CLS doesn't really work here. What does gas do? Can gas beat Malgus? Can we gas it up? I don't feel like gas is going to beat Rey. But yeah, maybe gas is my chance. My toe in the door here. Brogan says, looks like an easy win ahead. Veggie Burrito says, hey, DL. Lightsaber deployed. Shrubbery says, I was laughing at Stormtrooper's picture. Nice. David Dutrow says that's good advice for 29, 49, or 89. Double Wall says hi. Sonam says good advice indeed. Sharks says gas versus Malgus. I think gas reduces Malgus stats. All right, so let's try to get that in here. What do I need to know for this matchup? Anything specific, like never hit Malik? Something like that. Let's make sure Rex is next to Skywalker. And then we get some kind of datacron here. What do we want? More tenacity is good, right? Maybe resist a debuff here and there. Potency, resistance. All right, let's think about that for the datacron. Gas can have a chance, says Arva. It doesn't sound like that great, right? Like gas has a chance. Protection, that's the only thing that matters. All right, so look for something with more protection. 18% protection, 15, 10%. I've got one that's got a ton of protection on it, I feel like. Somewhere. Health crit avoidance, maybe that's on my other account. Yeah, it doesn't look 10% protection, 15, 18. 18% protection, accuracy, crit damage versus this one that has armor. 50% armor. I mean, because of the way I stat my characters with armor anyway, I feel like that percent armor is going to be better than extra protection. I think that's about the best we've got. Armor doesn't matter much. Malgus does true damage. Is it just Malgus that I'm worried about? Yeah, I guess I could put this 18% protection on there. It's got a ton of crit damage too, so I guess I don't mind that. All right, let's get in there and see what we can manage here. See if we can get this under control. All right, there's the first big hit. Got fear on everybody. You know, the usual stuff. Waiting for a turn here. Gas is about to sit down. Gas gonna take a seat. Oh, come on. Oh, he's still hanging in there. There he goes. Oh, he's down now. All right. Oh. 2 clones down. Yeah, that's going to be it. We're not going to get anything done with this, right? Guess we can kill Basti. We've still got a clone left, so I mean, something's going to happen. Got the fear on again. Okay, this isn't horrible. Isn't as bad as I originally thought for a minute it was gonna be. Do I put the armor shred here? I think I do. If I have to clean something up, I don't know what to do here, guys. The gas is gonna sit down. Oh, insta loss. All right. Let's just try to. Oh my goodness, we did nothing there. I guess we're gonna try to get Malik down. Okay. Now we're just dealing with what we got to deal with because, you know, taunt and whatnot. All right. Come on now. Next time he comes up with the big hit, we're probably just deed. We're just going to go after Malgus because if we don't kill him, it's a moot point. That was a nice big hit. Come on, Gas. Come on, buddy. Come on, get him. All right, all right. All right. The man, the myth, the legend. That looked really ugly there in the middle. I thought that was a loss. I wrote it off there after that first sequence where they ravaged all my clones. I was like, yep, we're done. But apparently we made it through. Also with Gas, second special first. It hurts so much when you use the first special on Gas first. Why? I don't understand. I legit don't understand. What's the difference? So let's go look at Gas here for a second. Where is he? Come on, buddy. General Skywalker. All right. Physical damage, inflict armor shred. If they're dazed, it deals double damage. Force grip. Physical damage to all enemies and daze them. Oh, so okay. So you want to daze them first. Then, okay. If this is the first ability General Skywalker uses during his turn, reset Sundering Strike's cooldown and use it if it is possible. Okay. So you always use the force grip first. Huh. Okay. Inflict armor shred. Huh. Okay. I guess I never realized that little daze interaction. Alright, fair enough. Okay, let's get back in here, get back in the GAC, see what we got for the next thing on the menu. I think the Kenobi, there's just no other option, right? We're going to use Kenobi here. Kenobi on Kenobi action. So let's set that up and get that ready to go. We're going to use Cat, Tank, Ahsoka. And I do think I like Shakti here better than Yoda. I think Yoda's kind of a weak link in this team. Just doesn't have enough health. Alright, so we'll go in here and we'll get our Kenobi killed. We'll just do the half ult thing and kill their cat. With Padme, this is not a fun matchup. The other thing, I don't know. See, I don't know if it's better to just go ahead and insta-execute Kenobi here. So we could either kill Kenobi right away, unless opponents are immune to daze or have tenacity up, the second special is always the way to go. All right. Antonio Ribeiro says, got to get some gas later this year. Just eat some beans. You can have some gas today. Oh, that's not the gas you're looking for probably, though. Antonio says it'll be naturally occurring pun after getting Jabba. Get gas after you get Jabba. All right. Let's get in here and get this done. In the Padme team, since they don't have another character like Gas or another big damage dealer, it does give us a little freedom to do other stuff. Alright, let's pass this over to Kenobi. And we'll reset Cat here. Tank is down. Let's just do this, you know, for the lols. Okay. We gotta get through a whole turn of just waiting around doing nothing. Okay, yeah, just stuff. Let's do this over here. Okay, smack. Man, we're so close to an ult, I feel guilty using it right here. But we'll do it. And we'll get this cat out of the way here. Okay. Alright, their cat gets to die now. Come on. Come on now. Give me a turn. Squish. Alright, get back to little Ahsoka over here. Okay. Let's try to get armor shred on her. We'll lose the Shen on Kenobi here in a second. Okay. Dodged. Oh man. That's not great. Let's see. Yeah, let's just stack up the Shin, I guess. We're not going fast enough. 2 minutes left. Oh my goodness. This is not going well. See how much damage we can do to Kenobi, I guess. She has foresight again. Perma foresight. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this thing on auto because otherwise we're not gonna finish in time. Minute 30 left. And I'll just go straight after Kenobi here so that I don't keep changing targets and whatnot because the taunt's in the way. I need to just keep the healing immunity on him and get him out of here. Come on. All right, now get over on Padme. We're increasing the amount of animations that we get versus him, so that's good. Just let it play out and see if we got enough. Once Padme's down, then the rest gets pretty easy after that. Tacking into damage immunity isn't fun, but didn't get my click off fast enough. Alright, we'll get Cat out of here, or little Ahsoka out of here. Oh, let's stay on, get Kenobi out of here, come on. Why are you attacking over there? No! Kenobi, kill Kenobi. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh man, I think we won with literally 0 seconds on the clock there. That was a mess. Yikes. Antonio Ribeiro says, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground and the beans. Does your opponent's JMK have a ton of crit avoid? Yeah, don't seem to be doing much crit damage. Gregory says, wow. Tanner says, holy photo finish, huh? Callum Young says, excited to catch you live. I've been finding my gear 12 plus finishers, the injectors, to be limiting factor at the moment. Where do you farm them, or do I just need to be patient with them? The injector handles come from assault battles. So if you're really struggling with the injector handles, take a look at the assault battles. You should be able to do 2 with Imperial Troopers. You should be able to get to the, let's see, the Jedi one isn't that hard to get to. The Rebel one works a lot, works pretty easily with Mon Mothma or CLS. So if you can get those 4 assault battles under control, then that's, 20 of each injector type every month. So that's kind of a big deal. But yeah, getting assault battles under control. You can also buy them from Conquest, from the Wandering Scavengers in Conquest. You can buy the injector parts. And then if you're still out of them, you just got to farm them. Those are your options. Or at least that's the options that I'm aware of. Get them from the assault battles, challenge tier 1. Get them from Conquest. Or do it the old-fashioned way. Farm them up. All right, let's see. We've got this Finn team, but it's a Finn stick ray. It's kind of a not great team, right? It's not a great team, but I also feel like it would be pretty easy to mess it up. If I don't take something that's big enough in there. Let's look at speeds and see what kind of speeds we've got. 214. I don't think there's any speed off of here, right? It's just hit hard. See how fast Stick Ray is. 276. Holdo's not going to be fast. Vet isn't going to be fast. And I don't think that Trooper is fast. So we should be able to take in Mara Jade here, right? Just take in the Empire Mara Jade team. Get this under control. Shouldn't need any troopers or anything like that. So we can do like a couple garbage characters in here with the team just to do damage. Should be fine. We'll pass a turn over to Mara Jade with Thrawn. And then we'll be off to the races. We'll kick Stick Ray just to make sure she doesn't get to hit us, because she hits like a truck. But this is a low-cost team. Should be no problem to finish this out. All right. You know what? We're good on turn meter right now, and we might need to pass a turn later, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the kick right away. See if we can get everybody stunned up here. Yeah, look at that. A whole field full of stuns. You got to love it. Everybody on the field. Stunned up. Disabled. Getting nothing done. We're going to pass around the damage here. Again, with the Mara Jade team, if you've got 5 characters and you're applying debuffs to 5 characters, you always get turn meter. You don't really run the risk of running out of turn meter on any of these characters. If you kill off 2 characters and you have 3 characters that are still full life, you can actually run into problems with not having enough targets to debuff. You know, one of them resists a couple debuffs one time and you'll start losing turn meter and you can lose control of it. So I like to spread the damage around at first. Make sure that everybody's got their protection gone at least before I start killing people. That way there's not much risk of losing control. 65 banners, good enough. Alright, now we've got this Phasma team here. This character has a stun, but it's not call their advantage, stun the enemy for 1 turn. Potency isn't great on this character. 47. There's no tenacity down. There's no Kylo Ren unmasked. So we should be able to just nest this, right? So we can just Kira nest and be done with it. Seems like that could be a plan. I do feel like I need the Kira because there's a couple characters here that can hit hard. And at least with Kira, I can get my protection back. I think it's going to be better for this fight than a Datacron. And then it'll be down to Nest and Kylo Ren masked, duking it out there at the end, most likely. And my Nest will win because she's awesome. I don't think there's anything I'm missing, is there? Right? Like, is there... Dispel all debuffs, grant them both tenacity up. There's no tenacity down here, right? The tenacity down is only on crew. I think that's the case. Alright, let's get in here and give it a try. Also for JMK Mirror, after the insta-kill from Cat, you always want to swap over leaping. You want to swap over leaping. After you do the insta-kill, you want to swap over leaping. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there, Arva. Swap over leaping. Oh, you're saying that whenever the swap is up, you always want to do the turn meter swap instead of the damage? I prioritize the leap because of the armor shred. Like the difference in how hard you hit a character in that lineup once they've got 1 armor shred on them is significant. So I prioritize getting that first armor shred on anybody that I can. I feel like that's really a big deal. So maybe I'm mistaken, but yeah, when I'm especially like the first real target that I'm trying to kill. So you get the insta kill, but then like as soon as I can get that leap back, whatever character it is that I'm trying to kill, I want to get that armor shred off. All right. See if we can get a stun here. Ooh. Dang, man. Stop doing so much damage to me. Just gotta ramp him up. There we go. One-shotted. Pew. All right, let's see how bad this back wall is. If there's more good teams on the back wall, I'm probably just done. There's an Iden. We've still got our Whomper. There's a Mon Mothma. We've still got Sith. And there's Geos. We've still got stuff. So we got to try to keep Wampa and the Sith if we can for easy wins. All right, if we use Radis here on Qui-Gon, what does that leave us for Starkiller? Or gas? So for gas, we can use the Bounty Hunter team, right? We can use the Bounty Hunter team here. What is it? Oh yeah, because I still need Beskar. I got to learn to pick scoundrels for this team. So Beskar goes in there. So we can do this. And just insta-kill gas. We can also CLS. I mean, CLS would kill that pretty easily. So the question is, what do I do against Rey? So if I just bring in Sith Eternal against this comp, they don't have healing immunity anywhere, right? So it's not quite as bad as it could be. Blind the enemy, gain offense up. Oh, here we go. Well, in Grand Arenas, if all allies were light side, his cooldowns are reduced by 1. If GL Rey is in, the attack deals true damage, inflicts healing immunity, which can't, for 4 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, or resisted. So he does have that healing immunity kills Sith Eternal. That makes this matchup just ridiculous. So options. Option 1, we can bring in the Jedi Knight Luke team and try to clear up a character or 2 here. Or we could bring in that Bounty Hunter team and try to get the Evaporate onto Kylo. But that we still have to somehow also control L3. Otherwise, we have to Evaporate L3. With Vandor in there, anything that we don't... We have to kill Vandor first, or we have to instant execute, right? Those are the only options, because he's going to be bringing everybody back. No, okay. No Omicron. No Omicron on Dash. So, okay, it's not that just... Okay, I get it. So, all right, so not everything's coming back. It has to actually be prepared. But still, we either have to target Vandor down and kill him first, or we have to just do the instant execute. Fennec is only viable against Lord Vader. Aura lead is usually better lead for fast contract. I agree with that. I just don't have Aura done on this account yet. Alright, Fennec is only viable against Lord Vader. Playlist says hello. Hey, playlist. So then what are our options? I mean, really, just kill Vandor? I don't know. I kind of don't mind the idea of using the bounty hunters. You know, just kind of for science. Because I think CLS is just going to get wrecked by this team, right? Because they'll get somebody down and she'll start whirlwinding, and as soon as you lose a character or 2 to whirlwind, it goes badly. But with the bounty hunter team, we may be able to just instant execute here, and if we get lucky, maybe instant execute a second person before we're all dead. We got to kill Rey, and we're not going to do it with Sith Eternal. I feel like that's the situation here. We have to kill this Rey, and I just don't feel like Sith Eternal is going to get the job done. Crit damage, health, steal, protection. 16%, 19% crit damage, crit chance. We'll take this one. And then maybe Boss Gleed is better. I don't think we get anything out of Fennec lead, right? When Fennec is in the leader, so it's just her contract. But if we put Bosk up here, at least then we have a known contract to deal with. Just try to see if we can get the contract off and get Beskar to zap a few people. Check Ben Solo's Omicrons. Oh, instant defeat immunity. All allies gain instant defeat immunity. Okay. Man. Wow. So I really don't know what I'm going to do against this team now. I think my best bet, honestly, is to just throw a couple things in against it and see if I can take out a character or two. And if I can get like 2 of these characters killed, then I can bring in Sith Eternal and maybe have a reasonable shot. So I just want to try to thin out a character or 2 here. If I can get like 2 characters dead, then I feel like my Sith Eternal has a much greater chance. Now I know why you advised me to go for Ray's playlist. Ray's good. I like Ray. Okay. So far there is no prepared over here. Let's so if we send in, oh my goodness. All right, let's send him in. Let's pass it around. Stun everybody. And then just go in all in on Vandor. And hope that we don't proc the healing immunity. Hit him hard enough. Alright. There's one. Ability blocks. Okay. Yeah, L3, I guess. And then go over here to Ray. See if we can blind her. Then let's do the dodges. And then let's try to ability block Dash Rendar. She's going to go into the ult now. There's really nothing we can do about it. Alright. Just save our cooldowns. I'm going to pass this over to Bastila. Okay. Ability block over here. Was that the Savior ability? We just lost Savior. Oh my goodness. We lost Savior in one shot. Alright. Guess that's how it's going to be. We did get Vandor out of here, though. Dispel from herself and another target ally. Let's try to kill Dash, I guess. Oof. One-shotted. Okay. So we started out with a couple, you know, a couple decent hits and then just went downhill from there. All right, she's got turn meter now. We're going to go ahead and let's take a look at everything that we've got. We've got Geos down bottom. We know what that is. We've still got Star Killer we have to deal with and gas. Star Killer, if we use CLS there, maybe use the Bounty Hunters Akbar. So CLS, Bounty Hunters Akbar. Wow. I guess we have to find a place to use Imperial Troopers. Is there a scenario where Imperial Troopers can do well against a Ray team? I don't think so. Imperial Troopers here is a no-go. Imperial Troopers against gas. We've got to hit him so hard he sits down and still get a kill before our first loss of turn meter. I guess that's possible. Armor Shred with Piet. Link up. Mass assist. And then as long as Dark Trooper goes, we should be able to kill 5s. Let's try to use Imperial Troopers here. And we're just going to have to hit real hard. We'll use Ranged Trooper to get a little bit extra damage. I think that's better than using Stark in this situation. And then how fast do we have to go? Is Piet going to be fast enough? 338, 358. He's going to be fast enough. We'll be fine. Does Jedi Knight Luke compare to gas power? Are they on the same level? Yeah, Jedi Knight Luke is good. He could probably beat gas. Alright, there's the link up. Let's go ahead and do the big shot like that. Okay, he sits down. Loses a stack. Okay. Now we just got to get 5s out of here. Down to 2 stacks on our trooper. That's scary. All right. Sure. All right, Gas, what do you got? Oof. Yep. Kind of not surprising. Troopers are not a great matchup into Gas. All right, then Radis here. Radish. We'll just go here, pick the team from here. Add a Datacron because we can. It's a bunch of health steal and protection. Inflict a debuff on an enemy. Alright, let's take that one. Alright, in we go. Just got to try to control this. Kill the Qui-Gon. Okay. So let's take off. Let's just take off the foresights for now. Try to get a stun on Anakin if we can. work on Mace Windu a little bit here. Get the extra guy. Okay, Anakin's gonna do his thing now. Unless we can stun him again. Ooh, this is an opportunity. If we could kill... I don't think we're gonna get a turn. If we could kill Qui-Gon... Oh, right here. Alright. Anakin was stunned. So Anakin just got a free turn, and all he could do is clear his stun. That's nice. But he's super souped up now, and he hasn't used his special ability. Okay. And he won't, because he did. He did. Alright, let's go. We'll work on these guys a little more till we're ready to throw down with the ult. Want to make sure that we get maximum banners when we throw down that ult. Okay, we should be good. No protection on them at the moment, so... Alright, 65 habaneros. Okay. Starkiller. CLS. Let's do this. CLS with the Datacron. Alright. Let's get in there. So we still have Mon Mothma, Geos, and Iden Versio to figure out on the back wall. Okay. Mara Jade, get out of here. Let's do that. Mara Jade's hiding now. That's not great. Not fantastic. Okay. Oof. Too many shocks. Everybody's shocked. Not fantastic here. Come on, guys. Get back in service. All right. Come on. Shocks again. And he's got 76%. That's just a loss. Get out of there before they have a turn meter. All right. If I fail against this team, then... so got the Jedi Knight Luke team that we'll have to throw in here. Or did we already used Luke? We used that against Rey. Grievous? I guess we have to try our Grievous team, see if we can make it work. Is this something that we could do with Grievous? You guys have talked before about using Grievous on this counter, I think, right? Maybe it's time we give it a try. And then Droideka, I guess. Is Wampa a good counter against Ewoks and Geos? Yes. Wampa can struggle against Geos, though. If they have a big enough spy that can do damage, they can execute your Wampa. But as long as the spy is not like a high relic spy, then you should be fine. Okay. Let's see what we can get done here. All right. Stuff. This is target locks, right? No, this is buff immunity. All right. Do that. Okay, so there's that. Gonna target Starkiller for now. Let's heal up over here. Okay. Droidica down. I don't feel like this is going well at all, guys. So they'll be on B1, but they'll kill him instantly. Yeah. Yep. All right, so this GAC is just there's nothing for us to do here at this point. We're not going to get through these teams. I guess we can take the Fennec team in against the what team? We'll experiment. Since we're going to lose the GAC anyway, we'll experiment a little bit. What do we want to experiment with Fennec? What does Fennec want to do? There's nothing interesting on the back wall for her to do. I mean, Wampa can kill gas, that's no problem. Let's try the Fennec team here. And let's actually try it with Fennec lead. There's plenty of debuffs for us to clear. They will go before us because we don't have Zam for speed or Orsing for the contract, either one. So they'll get ahead of us. It's just a question if we can get a turn with Grief Karga before the whole thing gets too far out of control. I think the answer is no. I don't think we get a turn. Does Wampa counter gas or only because gas is left? Wampa can kill gas, but Rex will one-shot Wampa with the aerial advantage. So it's a race for Wampa to kill everything on the gas team before Rex gets aerial advantage, which is not good math. Rex is going to get his aerial advantage before you get everybody dead. So, yep, it's kind of a no-go. All right, Beskar's done and down, done and dusted. All right, let's see. How do we want to do this? I think we want to give that to Grief, right? Give it to Grief. Make sure that he gets a turn. Okay. Contract is done. Taunt. Kind of don't need to do anything here. We won't get crits for turn meter. Probably just heal up and make sure we stay in the game. I really don't want to do that, but I don't think there's a lot of other... Oh no. Oh no. I don't have the right buff on Mando. Without the crit buff, he's locked out of his ult. Ah, son of a gun. Okay. So what do we want to do here? Let's target Starkiller. Let's try to kill Mara Jade right here. Not enough damage. Still not enough damage. Like, sad. Pathetic damage. Alright, give me a turn so I can kill Starkiller here. Let's poof him out. It's It's still a Mara Jade team at this point, but at least it's not a Star Killer team anymore. Okay, if we really want a chance of winning this, I think we've got to save Bosk? Question mark? Okay. Let's try to get Visas Mar out of here. I want to kill Mara Jade, but man, she is being like, well, okay. She was being ridiculously tanky, but maybe that was just something with Star Killer that was keeping her alive like that. Alright, let's do damage to Palpatine. Boss can taunt again. Shank. Sure, let's do this. Why not? Alright. Get a group assist here. You know what? I'm going to use it because I can. And looks like we're going to pull... Oh, hey. Didn't really want to do poop stance, but I got it anyway. We're going to pull out a win with Fennec. Interesting. Interesting. That worked out better than expected. Okay. So a win is back on the menu. What we've got to manage here is some kind of ridiculous kill on Rey. We got to make this work, y'all. Let's put in some guys to buy time. We're going to try to control Dash Rendar for his damage. We're going to link... I think we're going to link... Does he give everybody insta-kill immunity? Okay, let's see. Start a battle. Then solo. Okay, force dyad. All allies gain instant defeat immunity, so we can't insta-kill them in any way, shape, or form. So basically, the link is only going to be to drain protection. So we got to drain protection from Dash and Kylo if we want to win. I think. All right. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough any way we slice it or dice it. Extra protection, health steal. When a dark side ally inflicts damage over time, they gain a stack of protection up. 30% potency, I really don't want. Recover 2% health on the critical hit an enemy. None of that's useful, so we're just looking at stats. Extra protection and health steal. Health steal won't matter because we'll have those stupid healing immunity debuff on us anyway. Yeah, it's crit avoidance, I guess. I don't know. This is going to be rough. The instant defeat immunity won't last by the time you need to zap them all. The instant defeat immunity. Is that a... Oh, okay. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. Okay. Instant defeat immunity for one turn. Oh. Okay. All allies gain instant defeat immunity for the rest of the encounter. This is what I thought, right, though. So if Rey is in the allied leader slot, if the enemy leader begins their turn with Ben Solo defeated, and Ben still has an active ally, he revives, and all allies gain instant defeat immunity for the rest of the encounter. Okay, so if we instant defeat him, then we're okay. All right, okay. That makes more sense. So they don't get the lock instant defeat immunity. Unless you start with him dead, and he can revive. Okay. Let's get this on Sith Eternal. Let's, okay. Interesting. Okay, so we got to link the robot. And then I think we link dash just because we don't want the damage right now. We got to link Ray just to get the turns, right? Because if we don't link Ray, we're going to be, long term, we're going to be sad. All right. Now we're just wasting time. Literally. The whole intent now is just to waste time. Ray will get her ult and do stuff. Okay. Oh my God. What was that ridiculousness? Oh man. We are in serious trouble. We'll do the relink. This Ben Solo's just like crushing me and thinking it's funny. Okay. Gotta steal some life back here, see? Good gravy! That wasn't even close. That Ben Solo was hitting me so hard. Wah. Okay, what can we clean gas up with? We could probably take in something like Dash, Vandor, this stuff, Newt, and what else? Who else do we have that we could just randomly throw in here? Armor. Yeah. There we go. Gas killing team. Ben hits under protection. Yeah. Yeah, he hit me a ton. That was scary. All right. Here we go. Wrecking his day with... All right. We'll get Mark 1 going on here. Let's get all this stuff. Let's stack Beskar over here on Vandorable. Resisted. So he got rid of the extortion and still got his attack, huh? And now he's got extortion. All right. Come on, we got to get some big hits here, guys. All right, there we go. No resurrects with gas in here. Yeah, we're just not going to get past the Ray. That's unfortunate. All right, let's go clean up this back wall, get our free money, and move on to the next GAC. That's going to be the plan now. We're going to Wampa this up, put on a Datacron because we can. And that awful Galactic Legend, the one that everybody hates, just stopped us in our tracks. I mean, we could have done JMK against that and probably been okay, but then I don't know how we would have beat JMK. His JMK. Answer is we just got to get Jabba, right? We gotta have Jabba on the old defenses. Jabba can never make up his mind. He's always on defense. All right, Iden. Flail in futility against my Wampa. That's right. Not going to do you any good. Whatever you're doing here right now, whatever you think, not helping. Not helping. Waiting for that instant revive buff to wear off. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, Iden, time for you to go. See ya. I'd argue that having Starkiller helps a ton with Ray. So against that Ben Solo team, Starkiller would have won. Is that what you're telling me? Starkiller would have beat that team? I mean, you could say that about everything, right? If you had Starkiller, it'd be better. If you had Jedi Master Luke, it'd be better. If you had Lord Vader, it would be better. If you had Afra, it'd be better. So, I mean, you could just name off every good team that you want to name, and sure, it'd be better if I had them, but that's the problem. I mean, I can't build Starkiller and also another GL and also, and it's only so much stuff I can have. And I don't see that Starkiller's that good outside of GAC, right? So building Jabba is going to get me Crate Raid and a million things. Building Starkiller is going to get me something in GAC and something in Territory Wars that, I mean, we were winning all of our Territory Wars anyway, so I kind of don't care. So, yeah, I mean, I can't find... I can't find a reason to prioritize Starkiller. All right, Kyle. You get isolated for now. Probably should have isolated Biggs, huh? Because actually, isolating Kyle isn't helping me. Doesn't matter. We'll insta-yeet him anyway if it gets to that. All right. Get Biggs out of here. Again, we're not going for the win anymore at this point. We're just going for money, so it doesn't even matter. We just got to kill this team so that we can collect our income and get moving on. Get over to that discussion for the day. Since I've only got like 2 teams left to go, we could already start the discussion if y'all want to. I'm interested to know how y'all feel about changes and how that affects your account building. So 2 years ago, it used to take like 10 days to 2 weeks to build a relic. Something like that. And then as time goes on, it's gotten easier and easier to build those relics. But at the same time, it's kind of gotten less and less rewarding to build the relics because you're building your account so fast now. You've cut the relic time by more than half at this point. And I don't know, is it less gratifying now that relics come quickly, or is it more gratifying because you just get more progress in the account and that's what you were here for anyway, so go, go, go. Curious what people think. Let's just use these 3 troopers and try to practice some stuff for Iden. King Donald Trump says, can anybody hear me? Sean says, I agree with you. People start alts because it's fun to build. The faster you feel the account progress, the faster it becomes less fun. Yeah, I don't know. The way I was building Job on Optitio, I had the timing on it, and I felt like, okay, we're doing this a certain way. We're building up toward it. And then the new raid stuff came in, and it's just like instantly off to the races. And I'm probably building this second half of the relics for that Jabba like twice as fast as before. And I was predicting that like end of August, beginning of September, I'd have the character. And now I'll be, able to be already in the final stages of the journey probably by the end of June. And it feels like, I've cut at least 2 months, possibly 3 months off of the timing on that build, and it feels weird. It kind of feels a bit like cheating. Like, I don't know. It gives me oddly less satisfaction than before, when I felt like I had to work for everything. I'm just wondering if anybody else feels that way too. If there's this feeling like, I don't know. Ray says, definitely more gratifying as a new player. You can get 1 to 2 million pretty fast. Nice. NIN says, I'm relicking up my Lord Vader squad to 9, 8, 8, 8, 8 respectively. Each relic tier is so sweet. Nice. Hobnail says, play for fun, have realistic expectations. Sean says, there's a grind with new accounts for sure, but it's also the most fun part of the game, a clean slate, a new journey. Lots to unlock. All right. We'll go play for some fleet placement on these accounts because I'm in the time that it is for my daily fleet placement. And I didn't get to place yesterday, so I got a little extra bit of climbing to do, but we'll throw in a couple games here, see if we can at least get in the top 5 for the day on both accounts. This battle's looking really good so far. We'll throw the Millennium Falcon under stealth. All right, get back over here. So King Donald Trump wants to know if I'll merge empires with him. I don't have an empire. I am not in any way a public figure or leader. Darth Loquitur is a Sith that hides out on a remote planet in the middle of nowhere. He's been dead for ages, and people just sit around and study his holocrons. So Darth Loquitur he's not anything. He's no leader. There's no empire. There's just a group of people that have gathered up in his cave to watch his holocrons and learn the ancient wisdom. A longer time ago in a galaxy further and further away was Darth Loquitur. This was all recorded billions of years ago. I mean, I knew you guys would want this content like 4 billion years later. So I made it. I stored it up for you. It says alive, but it's just, some chump in Texas playing the holocrons for you. All right. Just put this thing on auto and get over to the other account. Let's go. Number 12, not so bad. Hobnail says, definitely appreciate that there'll be new bottlenecks even with the gear acceleration. Loquitur versus Dooku for the crown of the geriatric Sith Lord. Sean says, I think CG is helping us speed toward monetized portions of the game and away from account building and unlocks. Well, certainly the monetization strategy, if they're smart about it, there's really two things that are going to be holding everybody up at the mid-game level. It's not necessarily true for the highest level players, but for mid-game players, signal data is going to be a problem. Bronzium wiring is going to be a problem. And, Kairos, I've found that I can manage Kairos reasonably well, but I know that a lot of people have not been able to get the routines down or whatever, and Kairos are just a menace. So those three things are going to be holding up every account, and if that's what CG chooses to monetize, then it is a good money-making strategy, because everybody's just waiting on bronziums, and they offer bronziums in the store. People will jump on it. They'll spend the monies. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people who have money to spend, if you don't mind spending on the game and they put a $20 pack in there that was, really a good deal for bronzium, then I think really that's how you drive the economy, is by making something that's affordable, that really is a good value. And then people who have a little free money will spend it, feel good about it, get an advantage for it. So in that way you can encourage, let's say, ethical spending. So yeah, it's I don't think they're smart enough to have specifically made that their monetization strategy, but now that it's there, they certainly can do it. They can react to it in the right way. Well, I mean, let's take that also into chat. If you guys have an opinion, how do you feel about spending money in the game? Has the raid changes made you want to spend money more or less? Has it made you want to play the game more? Or you were going to play anyway, so it really doesn't matter? Very curious what people think. Because like with the raid economy, I'm happy for it. The account building is going faster. I'm happy for that in a way. But it does feel like, maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's just me being an old man, whatever. But it does feel like the game is going almost too fast now. Like, I can't get good mods for the characters that I'm building. So I'm kind of outrunning my ability to build the account well. And I don't know, I guess I longed for the good old days where it was really hard and only people with good efficiency were getting good progress. Kind of selfishly feel like that. All right. Been practicing with this Jedi Knight Luke business. Been getting better with it. Still not 100%, but definitely doing better than we were. All right. The counterattack there. Counterattack there. Nope. I was going to say get a blind on him, but we didn't get a blind. And this is the point where Hux is a nuisance, but you find it really hard to want to do something other than just kill Kylo. Now we're stuck and we gotta deal with Hux. Nothing else to do. Bastila. Oh, I thought I was going to lose Bastila there, but we didn't. That's nice. Might be able to actually finish this out. All right, keep going, guys. Hermit Yoda doesn't do any good to try to stun. All right, call him in. There we go. Got the win. I don't have my control down as well as I want. The 2-tank version of that really does make a pretty big difference. With a single tank, it feels like it's super easy to beat. With 2 tanks, not so much. So I guess the moral of the story is 2 tanks better than 1? Question mark? I need soldiers to bring down Arnold's Kyber Empire. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that, sir. I think Arnold's Kyber Empire is going to stand for a while longer, at least. Don't think there's too many usurpers to the crown over there. I don't even think I would want it, you know. If somebody said, hey, you could do this and have as many followers and viewers as Arnold, I'd be like, nah. I don't want everybody over here on the channel. I just want the cool people. I don't want the toxicity that comes with everybody. Antonio Ribeiro says, not spending money. Portuguese, I don't have a decent living wage. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Antonio. Must be something you can do. I've had people tell me that before, that they're kind of like stuck at their wage level. And I remind them, you can always go back to school. You get that piece of paper and people are willing to pay you more money for it. If you've already got a piece of paper that says you went to college, getting a bigger degree can sometimes help too. But my sister went to college, and she got stuck in that cycle where she had a family, so she had to work, and felt like she couldn't go to school. But she just plugged away at night classes, and it took her like 8 years to get her degree, maybe even longer. But you know, she chipped away at it, never gave up. Got her degree, got her piece of paper in her hand, doubled her salary within 6 months. Once she had that piece of paper, it was a whole different world. The funny thing is, like, we were talking about it one time, and she's like, imagine what my level of knowledge and experience was when I had 3 classes left to take. You know, I didn't have the diploma yet, but I only had 3 classes left to take. So I basically knew everything that I was going to know by the time I had my diploma. And yet still, somehow, it's not worth it until you finish. It's funny, but yeah, so, you know, not trying to be weird or anything, but if anybody out there feels like that, like they really can't get a decent wage, gotta find a route to self-improvement. All right, get some more fleet placement here. Got a lot of chat to catch up on. Sean says, spending money is still a good thing. I think rewarding devs for a great experience. People should spend within limits, but it's good to reward. Yeah, so it's like the price of admission, right? So if you're buying a little bit here and there, you know, you're helping support the game and pay for them to keep developing it. I agree with that. I buy the $4.99 Crystal or Cairo pack when I win GAC materials. GAC matches is a little incentive to win. It's sandwich money, big deal. Nice. Alex says, I actually want to play the game more nowadays than I have in a long time. Happened almost simultaneously. My alt hit 85 and allowed me to get into Conquest over there. That's cool. The Bake Show says, feels more gratifying in that the difference between the rate of progress for efficiency-focused players and other players widens further, allowing you to gain competitive advantage faster as a result of planning. That's interesting, Bake Show, because I kind of feel like it's the opposite. Maybe I'm just misguided in how I'm thinking about it, but like the raid currency has made it, in my opinion, kind of so that you don't have to be efficient. Like you pick up gear wherever you can, and then you just go into that new raid shop and you click buy for whatever you're low on, and it's kind of like you don't have to know how to be efficient or have all the assault battles under control or whatever, because you can get reasonable efficiency now just by clicking yes in the raids, clicking buy in the raid shop. Yeah. So you feel like the gap has widened and efficient players have even more opportunity to widen the gap. Huh. I guess that could be true. I have to think about that. Because I really feel like the raid shop has made it too easy. Like I went in there to look at efficient purchases, and basically, so let's talk about economy, right? There's a couple different things in economy that you can think about. One is the efficiency of cost. So like the Mark IV comlinks cost 16 tokens per comlink, and it's a great value. So you can buy a lot of them out of there. But once you've made some of those purchases, you don't need them anymore, right? Like you buy 125 twice, and then you have 250 of them, and you're kind of caught up, right? It's not your bottleneck anymore. So you still end up at some point buying stun cuffs and carbantes that cost 22. And then there's even stuff in there that costs 37 tokens per unit. But if you're completely out of that specific thing, even then, purchasing that for 37 it's no longer cost efficient, but it's what I would call scarcity efficient. So it's basically you don't have another way to get that material at the moment. So even though it's not an efficient cost purchase, it's still efficient from the standpoint that you're no longer waiting on that material. So even people who don't understand economy or efficiency or anything else, they click the button, they buy the thing, it's not cost efficient, but they're still actually sort of mistakenly doing the best thing for their account, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's gotten to the point where those economics are kind of granted. So, and maybe that's why it feels less rewarding for me, because yeah, maybe it feels like now anybody can do it. All right. I feel like we're still winning the race to the alt, but they've already got the locked buffs on me. So this is not great. We'll get the alt next time we go. We just got to hope that he doesn't. He does have the alt. Oh my goodness. Probably going to lose now. All right, let's see if we can do enough damage area effect style. Play it out. Let's this is our only chance right here. We got to get enough assists to kill Houndstooth. Okay, we need a big hit on him. We need a big hit. There we go. All right. Come on. That's an Ebon Hawk. We don't care about an Ebon Hawk. Let's pull this off with no capital ship, boys and girls. We got it. I think this is a gimme now. We'll get the Ebon Hawk dead and we'll win, even having lost our capital ship. All right. Let's see. I feel like Starkiller is a wasted journey unless you have JML and Profundity. Why? Just because of the overlap with characters? Well, at least no one's making fun of me here since Donald Trump. When I was in Nucha's stream, they were all being mean. Well, you're making yourself a target for people being mean to you. I mean, if you come into a place and you make yourself an outsider, and then you want to complain that everybody else is treating you like an outsider when you've done it yourself, that's up to you. So yeah, if you're going to make goofy comments about an empire and ask people to join, you probably can't expect people to take you seriously. So if you want to be part of the group, you can. If you want to intentionally make yourself an outsider, you can do that too. But then complaining about. It's not legitimate. Jabba will fix your mods. The stun from Jedi Knight Luke does massive damage to GLs, by the way. Luke's stun actually does more damage against GLs. Really? Okay. How important is Old Ben to the counter? Old Ben is very important. Yeah, he gets a turn meter reduction and ability blocks on everybody. So basically, Luke stuns them. They all take a turn and get out from under the stun. And then Old Ben ability blocks them, and then they're stuck on basics. Good modding on him is even more important. He needs a ton of speed and potency. Yeah, I think I've got decent mods on him. All right. Antonio says, back to the topic, I do feel like relics are faster, and the Gear 12 to Gear 13 is now the blocker in some way, apart from Kairos. Gear 12 to Gear 13, that's been smoothed out so much, though. I mean, honestly, you can go from Gear 12 to 13 faster than you can develop the materials to take up the relics or farm the signal data. So, for example, on the Tier 2 currency, I'm splitting my Tier 2 currency now. I'll buy a couple of these pieces that I need, but then I will also buy stuff that I know will break down for Zimbital cards. So basically, I'm trying to make a lot of Zimbital cards using these purchases. And I split about half and half. So I'm only using about half of my token 2 for gearing up characters to Gear 13, because that part of it's been eased up so much. It really is, in my opinion, easy to get that. Let's fight here. Don't forget, even if you can buy a lot of efficient stuff, you still need different resources to build your roster. And 2, people have bad guilds. Hobnail says, consider if you're more reliant on raid currency to buy Gear 12 gear, you'll less demand on fleet energy for farming gear, and maybe don't need to refresh fleet nodes as much, which frees up crystals. Well, what I've found, Hobnail, is that using your fleet energy for the purple parts, you can buy the gold parts now. So it goes so fast that you have to farm up some of the purple parts, the scanners, the med packs, things like that. And then it all kind of comes together, right? So if you're buying some materials for scavenging, if you're buying some for leveling your characters up, and then using your fleet energy to farm the purple stuff that you can't get fast enough out of the shard shop, that's kind of like the optimal speed on relics. Injector pieces are my major bottleneck now. Kairos and med packs remain an issue, but the injector pieces are suddenly running out quickly. I bought injector pieces from the last conquest. So on both my accounts, after I bought the signal data, I kind of, bought the injector handles and some other stuff out of there that I could. Bought some bronzium wiring, bought I don't think I bought any Zimbital cards directly. But yeah, I spent all my conquest currency on gearing up stuff again, instead of saving it for characters like I probably should. Buy them out of the shop when they're in the conquest shop rotation would probably be better than spending it on gear up stuff. But yeah, injector handles for sure you can buy out of conquest. There's a limited amount in there, so it's not going to solve anything. But yeah, I think probably most people will be back to needing to farm those injector handles at least sometimes. It's not too bad. Freed up crystals could be used for something else like buying other bottleneck gear. Okay. Main problem is Cairo. Even a thought. If you make the inefficient buys regularly, you're up to 50% on progress over the long haul. Well, that depends on how you look at things, because if all that's holding you up, like, let's use the Mark 10 HoloLens as an example. I believe that's one of the pieces that's really expensive out of the shop. If Mark 10 HoloLenses is the only thing that's holding you up, and you kept making efficient purchases, you wouldn't speed up your account progress because you're still bottlenecked on those Mark 10, and that's not really something that you can buy somewhere else, right? They show up occasionally in the shard shop. They show up occasionally in the guild store, I think, but those things you can't farm, and they're typically not in packs. So if that's what's holding you up, it doesn't matter how many purchases you make that are cost efficient, you're still not making progress in the account. So it doesn't cut your speed in half to make inefficient purchases at that point. It's, in fact, actually what you need to do to get the right account progress. So you're not held up on it anymore. It's hard to explain. Right, so again, you've got the economy of efficiency, which is to say you're buying the stuff that's the most cost effective. You've got the efficiency of scarcity, which is basically saying I have to pay more for it, but it's exactly what I need. So it doesn't matter that I have to pay more for it. It's what I have to buy. It's like there's tantalum, right? Tantalum's a material that costs a lot of money, and you need micrograms of it to build a cell phone. Well, surely if you could build a cell phone without it, you would want to, but at the point where you have to buy your tantalum supply for making a cell phone, or the chips or wherever it's used, there's nothing else to do but spend that money to get what you need, right? It doesn't do you any good to have 300 cell phones that are all built except for that one material. You just have to go buy the material. So yeah, it changes which one is the right move. So you want to always do the most cost-effective purchases you can, but then you have to do scarcity purchases. It's the same thing with shards, right? Shards are exactly a purchase of scarcity, because I want the character, I don't have the shards, I can't get them fast enough another way, so the only way to do it is to spend resources. So again, it's not the most cost-effective way to do it, but it is the most account-effective way, because you can't get those shards some other way. All right, so maybe it is that just I know this is going to sound ridiculous to you guys, but this kind of logic is so fundamental for me. It's like rudimentary. I feel like all people must know these things, but maybe you're right. Maybe most people don't know it, so it really hasn't got easier for everybody. Maybe I'm just oversimplifying it from my own point of view. Look, I'm playing Riano Keeves, Servant of the Empire. Part of the Dreadwatch. Also separated from the Trixmay. .6 in characters, 2.7 in ships. Galactic War Battles won 14,000. Does have Executor. It does have Kenobi. All right, got to keep trying to catch up on chat. Oh my goodness. So much chat to catch up on. Graham says, is exactly what I found too. I relicked everything and needed the same injectors, but I don't have any spare conquest currency for injectors because I got to get the characters. That's fair. So then you might need to think about your assault battle teams. And if you don't have a Night Sister team, for example, and you want to get another assault battle under control, you can relic the DACA, get another assault battle, and that's another 15 injector handles per month that you can pull down. And it may not seem like a lot, but if you take it over the course of a whole year, just remember that's 180 injector handles. That's enough for, in theory, 3 different characters, almost 4 every year, just for one assault battle. So, yeah, getting those assault battles under control is a big deal. If somebody said that you can do challenge tier 1 with the Inquisitors, if you have a relic second sister, but you still have to get the Inquisitors to 7 stars. So you would still actually, in fact, have to farm them. But if you've got space in farming, or for whatever reason you farmed up the Inquisitors, that's another one that apparently you can get the challenge tier 1 under control with a single relic. So the 2 of those together, you'd be looking at another 30 a month. And again, it's all stuff that you don't have to farm. It's all payback. Okay. Bake Show says, another thought while listening to you think about the nuanced aspects of Here How's I Do It. The fact that those nuances in terms of things like fleet energy now for purple, it's easy for folks to mess up. Zenith says, I'm buying gold and purple pieces with Get One and Shard Shop, and I'm farming purple gear and fleets. Yep, somehow everything just comes together. That's correct. That it will come together quite nicely. Goldar's in the house. Antonio Ribeiro says, yeah, my account is like the Tantalum comparison. Maybe that's why I felt like the Gear 12 is the backup point. We'll follow those suggestions and course correct. Thanks, DL. Rihanna Keeves, the actor from Wan Jik. Wan Jik. That sounds like a legitimate name. I really liked him until in bed. Till in Bed's Excellent Adventure. Excellent Adventure? I guess we got to change those names too. Sean says, with gear being accelerated in the new raids, we're only building faster to a former view of power. It's a gone by meta. You're just pegging success to. There are new levels of power to aspire to. Blessed Carrot's in the house. Hey, Carrot. Thanks for sharing efficiency insights. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. Apologies says, joined a bit late, DL. Hope you won on Loquitur. No, I lost on Loquitur. Loquitur is a loss. I couldn't beat Ray. Ray with Ben Solo stopped me. That Ben Solo hit like 4 freight trains linked together. That thing was crazy. All right. Ray says, scarcity purchases is what I was referring to when crate income was first introduced, and ultimately it'll reduce the value of new income when it compared to the old, as people hordes catch up. Carrot's in and out. All right, have a good time, Carrot. Hope you're having a good weekend. Ray says, if you have to buy the less cost-effective purchases due to demand, you can't use the most cost-effective purchases as a comparison with the old economy. That's true, but in my comparison, the comparison that I did, I based my standard off of the stun cuffs. The stun cuffs, Carbantes, whatever, at the 22 tokens per purchase. So I didn't use the most efficient purchase out of the shop in my comparison to the old gear. In all cases, I used something that was in the middle. Because the stuff in the middle is a lot of the stuff that you're really going to buy. You're going to buy Carbantes and stun cuffs out of that shop. With the token 3, you're going to buy Zinbittle cards. So, like, those middle-of-the-road efficiency purchases feel like the ones you're really going to make. So I kind of based it on the middle purchase. All right. My opponent has 2 GLs already, Sith Eternal and Jedi Master Kenobi. Man, this... Am I fighting Loquitur? Guys, 6.4 million galactic power, same 2 GLs. This account, like, it feels like I'm fighting Loquitur. All right, we have a full Relic Jawa team. So no, this is definitely not the Loquitur account. What? Look at this, guys. Look at this glory. He's going for crate raid contribution by maxing out the Yawas. All right. I mean, who am I to judge? Those relics would probably be better placed in the Jabba journey, but you know what? It's what it is. He'd be doing relic Jawas. You don't see that every day. Don't see that every day. I'd probably have to try to beat that team with what, Jedi Knight Luke or something? Oof. Full relic Jawa team would actually be kind of nasty for me. There's a bunch of teams I have that would would not do well against it. Arva says, was about to say about the full relic Jabba team. Utini. Antonio Ribeiro comes in with the Utini. Wannabe Gamer says he lost the bet. Zena says, I did a reality check. Only an 8-month-old account, and somehow in my head, if it's not a relic squad, it's not worth it on defense. Boris Balkan said he must have lost 5 bets. Yep. Lost 5 bets. Oh, relic another Jawa if you're right. Oh man, I'm wrong again. Be like some kind of crazy drinking Pong game or something. All right, well, let's see what he gave us. Malik solo for Wampa. Let's see what Rianu Keeves gave us on defense. Oof, he cleared everything but that Profundity. There's those Jawas. Man. We need something that doesn't care about percent-based attacks. We don't have old school Kylo. We don't have anything like that. So what do we use? Probably CLS? Just try to wreck the Jawa Scavenger and ride it out from there. We probably have to CLS that stupid team. Vader gets too many stacks on him, right? Oh, Kenobi's on defense. Never mind. We lose. This GAC is a loss, ladies and gentlemen, because, yeah, I can't beat Kenobi with this account. I got nothing. I'm going to use bounty hunters against these bounty hunters. We're going to duke it out with bounty hunters and just see if my squad works. Make sure we got the timing down. This is a throwaway match anyway, so we're just practicing. All right. Let's get in here and practice. Let's go. See if we can get some action out of this Aura Singh team. All right. Here we go, taunt. Okay. We're just going to do... we're going to do the big shot. And then boss will do a basic. Okay. Then we'll do the mass assist. And we'll do it again. And then we will insta-poof. Look at that. The timing is good. Working as intended. Let's target Dengar with this nastiness. Ooh. That hurt. My teeny tiny little Mando back here getting wrecked. Relic 7 versus Relic nothing. Like Gear 8 Mando here. Alright, I'll get in there. Get him. Alright. Big shot. Pew! I mean, that's a pretty big shot for like a... What is Aura saying? Like Gear 11 or something? Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll do this. And then we'll kill him a second time. Relic 8 Boba going down like a house of cards. Fennec. I hear she's pretty good. We'll duck into stealth and try to shoot him. We're not going to stealth because, you know, Dengar says we can't. Wasn't paying attention to that, but yeah. Wow. Aura Singh. You go. Oh, no. Aura's relic on this account. Yeah. She's relic on this account. Never mind. She's a relic character on this account. All right, what can we do with these Jawas? We'll just CLS it. I don't think Imperial Troopers is the answer. Yeah, I think we just got to kill the scavenger as fast as possible. It is the scavenger that I need to kill, right? He's the one that's doing the silly nonsense. I mean, you can tell the difference between these Jawas. The pictures are very different. Line in the sand, right? Yeah. Thermal detonators everywhere. All right, let's get the scavenger out of there. And see if we can go from there. Crew lead. Okay. Chief Nebuchadnezzar. Engineer next? Question mark? Area effect. Chief Nibbit. Wow. They got nothing. They did nothing. I thought that team was going to be hard. I'm like, oh, gotta do something against that team. And then it's just like, dead, bye, see you later. Alright, let's see if we can Imperial Trooper this. Punching way up. Use Range Trooper here. Alright, he'll get one shot, but whatever. Let's go. Wannabe Gamer says, too much. Alright, we're actually just going to go straight in on Ninth Sister here. Locked and loaded. Do the area effect. Have a counterattack here from one of them, right? Yeah, fifth bro. And then in we go. If you do this with troopers and you don't target the tank first, there's a good chance that the tank gets in your way, and then you don't get a kill at all. So if you want to beat Inquisitors with troopers reliably, I feel like you have to be confident that you can win the matchup with that tank with your team in your turn order. Alrighty. Come on. 413th brother down. Why no bombs? Is there a non-GL squad that can beat JMK? Yes. I used to do it quite frequently on my main account using Padme, but Padme does need cat. So basically you know what? I gotta go look at his JMK team. I don't remember if I saw a cat in there. I just made the assumption. Yeah, she's in there. Okay. But yeah, so like if you've got cat and you've got cat with JMK, then you really can't use this team. But Padme with cat, C-3PO, Kenobi, and Ahsoka. And you can it's another timed team like what I just did with the bounty hunters. You got to get the mods right, get the timing right. And basically cat passes a turn to Ahsoka so that she's going last in the order now. So swaps turn meter with the slowest character. But that still has to be, and they have to have speeds that are pretty close together. Then Padme does the kick, everybody assists, you know, you go through that whole routine. And at the end of it, Kat will have her insta-kill loaded, and you can get your first insta-kill. And then from there, you just got to manage. You'll lose your tank against the team, they'll lose their tank, and then you just have to. Well, actually, in the turn sequence when it's C-3PO's turn, you get buff immunity onto Kenobi. So you cleanse his buffs, you get buff immunity on him, so he loses taunt. Then basically your cat kills their cat with the execute. And then you win from there. There's about a 12% chance that they will target just the right character on the opening move, and you'll just lose. So it's got about a 90% win rate, but there is like a 10% chance that you just straight up lose the battle on the first turn. So it's a bit scary. It's a bit risky. I don't know of other teams. I don't know of other teams that can beat JMK that are non-GL teams. Somebody in the chat knows. Hopefully they've typed it by now. But that's the only one I've seen that can, with any reasonable reliability, get the job done. I don't think we need anything other than this. We'll put in the tank just to soak damage in case we don't kill everybody on the first go. But I think putting Watt in is nice because then when Vader kills stuff, there's no resurrects and we don't have to deal with that. So I think I am going to put Watt in there. It doesn't. None of it matters. For these Inquisitors, my counter is Savage solo. Grand Inquisitor makes it impossible, but for just regular Inquisitors, Savage takes care of them easily. I didn't know that. So Savage just owns non-Grand Inquisitor teams. Interesting. All right. We're practicing the approach of get down and stay down. This weapon tech brought to you by Wat Tambor. Then we'll get a stun and guarantee our banners. Doesn't even matter. Just practicing. All right. What do we got for ships? Executor. We'll go ahead and beat that. Or try to beat it. We can't. Never mind. Profundities on defense. We'll just take on this. And we'll wrap up after this. I got other stuff that I want to do today, so I'm going to finish out the GAC real quick and move on with the rest of my day. So if y'all got any questions for me, anything you want to talk about here toward the end, get them in now during this fleet battle so that we can talk, and then I can jet on out of here. All right. Instantly dead vulture droid. Let's stun the tank. Get stunned. Alright, and we'll cleanse off some debuffs here. And what do we got now? Oh, another tank. Just what everybody always wanted. Okay, get buzz droids on him too. And then I think we'll bring in Ye Old Spy. See who we can pick off. Hey, look, it's Anakin. We'll go ahead and do that. With the taunt on, he won't be able to duck under cover, so we can finish the kill off right away. Okay. Then we'll try to get this guy dead. That protection recovery, man, he recovered a ton of protection. That felt like cheating right there. Alright, stun here again. Have you exchanged on Leviathan? Sorry to ask. Joined just before the Aptisio. I'm not doing Leviathan on any account. So the Leviathan for me is pretty far out of reach. I don't have Malgus. I don't have a ship. And I'm not going to push for either one. And I've already got stuff going on both accounts for Jabba. Jabba's relevant to Crate Raid. I want Crate participation. So basically, if I want to switch over to Leviathan, I would have to give up my Crate goals. And I'm not willing to do that, you know. I'm going to stick to the plan, keep the focus, work on the Jabba journey and the relevant stuff for the Crate Raid. And then after that, we'll see where I'm at with regard to Leviathan. On the Aptisio account, nowhere near Malgus. Got a million years before I get Malgus, so there's no reason to even look at it. Alright, that's going to be it. We got a little bit of money, but JMK stands, and we're done with that GAC. I'll invest in the new Sith ship, but I still need to get all the requirements. Malik, etc. Yeah, I'm farming up for the Darth Revan and Malik side of things, right? So, like, my farming tab has the stuff that I need for farming up Malik and Darth Revan. And so we'll do that journey. We'll get them unlocked. Like you said, I'll softly prepare for it in the background, so that whenever I do get all of the stuff, it'll make a lot more sense for me to go for that ship. Blessed Carrot says, I'll have Jabba in 2 weeks. Super congrats, man. Congrats. You had to farm the Crescent and single shard drop style too, huh? Yeah. I mean, a lot of people in the same situation as me, just like, you're too close to Jabba to wait for those double shard drops. Loquitur can wait, but Aptisio needs to get in there and get it done. Get it locked in. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for me for today. We're going to wrap it up there. Call it a session. Thank you all for coming in and joining me. I love hanging out with you guys. I learned some new stuff today. I learn new stuff every time we hang out. So hope you all learned stuff too. Appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel to watch more stuff like this in the future. And of course, join us over on the Discord. The link to the Discord is always in the description down below. You can click on that and join us. We've got a fun group over there, 90% less toxic than the normal Discord, so you can come over there, listen, watch, learn, have people answer your questions. And there's an Ask Loquitur channel over there, so if you got a question you want to ask directly of me, you can post it up there. And you know, I try to get in there as often as I can and update, give answers to people, and try to help out. So hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next holocron.